I want to show you how to blur objects in DaVinci Resolve, like my face, for example, or some specific thing in the background, this air con here, if I want to blur it, or anything you might want to blur, I will show you right now. So let's go to the desktop directly. This, we do it quickly. I will start Resolve, and in the meantime, while Resolve is starting, I can tell you, you can blur that it's just like a camera blur or pixelated or even triangle shapes. It's really interesting how you can use different options to blur parts of the video, and you can also track. Okay, so I have this timeline here, and I want to blur some part of this video, and I have two screens here actually, but I will change to one screen so we see everything together. So we can see everything together on one screen. Okay, hopefully it will work on one screen, because I don't remember ever doing this with one screen. So if I want to blur a specific part of the video, you would normally use DaVinci Resolve with two screens, really, because it has so many things to show on the desktop that it's gonna be much better. Normally you'd use the DaVinci Resolve with two screens because it's so much better to use it with two screens. The thing is, it has so many things to show you on the screen that they just don't fit on it. But I will try now to show you with only on one mode, so the workspace dual screen is off, and I can find something to blur, for example. I want to show you also the tracking, so let's show the mouse first here. Okay, let's show the... So... Okay, let's find in this clip, for example. So I have the watermark on top. I will disable it. I don't really care about the watermark now. Well, actually, we could leave it there. It's this thing in the corner. The watermark is this thing in the corner there. Well, it doesn't really matter. But I might want to lock it so I don't select it by mistake. Okay, so we have this thing here. This is from my mouse, the G9 mouse, Logitech G9, and I want to make it so it... Okay, I want to unlock the watermark so you see exactly how it goes usually. Okay, I want to unlock everything. So I go to the beginning of the clip, and you might... undo everything. Okay, so this is the clip here, and I want this clip to be added a tracking, mask and tracking. So this is how you add the mask, and actually the whole clip is to be used, and I don't need to cut into it to split it in two, but I could maybe I could select the clip and Control B to split it in two clips, and then go to the color, and here I should have two clips. There was no network connection, websites would not open, everything was off. Which one was it? You will find the name here. This is the same name, so 5028. Websites would not open, everything. Websites would not open. Okay, so we have the first part and the second part. Okay, and let's find them here. Show like normal. Websites was no network connection, and there was no network connection. Websites would not, and there was no network connection. Websites. Okay, so it's these two clips here. I could change the color of them, make them, I don't know. I could change the color of these clips, make them pink, for example. I have a shortcut. I have shortcuts for the F function keys to change the color of the clip quicker. It's not really super important, but we have here this dot is the color of the clip, and there was no websites would. Okay, so I want to blur this part of this box here, and I go to the beginning of the clip. This is the important part here. Let's see if it's, make sure it's recording. Okay, so what we're doing here now, I will select the clip, go to the beginning of the part where I want this blur to start, and here you see this on the color page, on the color tab, you see this window option, and I can draw, basically put a square window, and this is going to be a filter where you apply a filter to this. And I don't know how to make this thing adjust, like from the corners to bring it in, you know, like keep the shape, but all I could understand that you could add it. Wait a second, what's happening now? Okay, so I have this window. All I know, I could adjust it like this from the sides. I guess it's not too bad. From the sides, and there is also this other one that will adjust the effect, the spread of it, like that. But if I grab it from the corner, it distorts it like this. So yeah, I could actually draw the mask. This is a mask I'm adding now, so I could start from here. I think this is easier. Go around the shape, and that's the mask. And now that I have the mask here, I could adjust it a little bit if needed, maybe include more parts of some areas. You can really adjust it. You can use the mouse to zoom in with the scroll wheel, control scroll wheel, move up and down. And where is it? Control shift, move left and right. So you can zoom in really well. You see it like this because this is a proxy. So let's switch to the actual image. So now this is the actual image, and it doesn't look like a proxy anymore. Okay, so we have this. I see that there is this problem there, and I think it looks pretty good now. Okay. So what we're gonna do now, how to get it in the middle now. What I'm gonna do, because when the video plays and there was no network connection, you see the mask actually doesn't move with the picture, and this is not what I want. I want the mask. There was no network connection. I want the mask to move, and also I want it to also be done on this part. So I will make a mask here also. Okay. Maybe move it closer to the middle. It's good to have a bit of edges on the sides, so it's not everything perfectly fit in the middle. Okay, so now this is the magic. I have the mask, and this mask, now I could add a filter to it. And you can do this on a new node. You can, how is it? Control Alt space, You can add this effect to a node that is after the original node. So you can say add node, add serial, and you will add it after. And then this mask, you will add it to that node. This is a nice way to be able to go back. This is a nice way to be able to go back to the original edit, but I don't really care. I don't think you really need to have two nodes to do this. You can do it on the original node. If you use the mask, it will only affect a specific part of the video, and it makes things more simple. So you don't need to have a lot of things. So I will add the lens blur effect to the node, to the actual node, and you see that it's adding it to the mask directly. If the mask is gone, if the mask is removed, you have the effect on the whole image. If I add a circle, it will add it only on the circle. So I could have this part, or I could have a square. This is always adjusting the effects in the corner. I could add a square to blur some of these antennas for some reason. So yeah, it would look like this. You can adjust the blur. You can really make it almost, but you have to be careful that if you blur it too much, it will actually start showing you details. So if you have to be careful with that. So I will disable the square one and go back to the original mask. And as you see, this is what I was telling you before. It's always difficult with this scroll. Okay, zoom in. Okay, so you see now the blur is there, but it's so much blur that actually you can see the object. So the purpose of the blur is to hide what's there, not to show it like this. So I will change with the settings, and then you can really play with this. You can really make, and in some cases the blur is really not going to work, because you still see it there. Even if the blur is really a lot, you can still see it. So I have here the lens blur effect. I will disable it, and I will add another effect, mosaic blur. With the mosaic blur, it's this is much more effective at actually hiding information on your area where you want to hide this. Also, if you see the mosaics are too big, they will show actually. So you want them to be more or less the usual size. And you can have hexagon, like a beehive, or triangles. It's also aliasing. I think I like this a little bit, not too much. And yeah, the blend, you want it to be 100%. Let's say like this, around 60, 64. Doesn't really matter. You know when it's looking good. And there was no network connection website. So you saw that it's not moving with the picture, and you saw it's not moving with the picture, and we're gonna fix that now. We will add a tracker. The tracker is really so easy. So you go to this tracker option. While you're in the color page, go to tracker. You have your mask selected here. Mask is selected. You are on tracker. So all you have to do really here, it's so easy. It's crazy how easy it is. you go to the tracker window. So from this window, now everything is pixelated. I enable the mask. This is the mask. And this is inverted. For some reason, if you wanted to invert the mask, you could do it like this. It doesn't really matter, but it's good to have options. And from the mask window, you go to tracker, click on tracker, and you check all these options here for clip and pan, tilt, zoom, rotate, and 3D. So it will change the size, rotate it if needed. And the tracker, you press play, track forward. And actually, I never use this track backwards. If I want to track it again, I will go to the beginning and track again. So track forward. Look at the magic happens. It's recognizing the clip and it's tracking it forward. So now we have these parameters moved, and you see how the image, it's really like it's actually there. It's amazing how good it is and how fast it is. It's really like magic, and you can see it now in real time. On the actual clip, you can see it already.
And there was no network connection website.
But on the second part, it's not there because I didn't add it. So let's add it quickly to the second part, and we will add a square one for this time, just to make it different, and with triangles or with blur, with lens blur. Okay, so let's do the second part now. I will add this, on this one, I will add the lens blur option, and I want to maybe change the blur size like this. Yeah, make sure it's not visible. This is the thing there. So I have the clip selected. I go to, I'm already in the tracker window. I go there, press play, and watch the magic. So this thing now, it actually added the blur and it's ready to use. So now you see the blur.
Websites would not open, everything was...
Now the frames are playing a little bit slow because it needs time to process these frames. But I will add a clip of this at the end of this video. Why not? Just so you see exactly how it should look like.
It was off. And then...
So I could add a blur now to my hand and to one of my eyes.
Was off.
So from here, I start from here, Control B to split this clip.
And then this was on startup, and then it would be okay.
Let's try. Control B. Control B, okay. Make this one pink also, so I remember. And I go in the color tab, the pink one, and zoom out a little bit. Okay. So we have here, there is one for the hand, and another one, I could add another one for the face. So let's try to add a window. Let's make it freeform for the hand. Well, it's freeform for the hand. Okay, something like that. I think I messed it up really. But okay, I want to show you how the mask turns when you track it. So let's Let's track this hand. It didn't work. Yeah, sometimes the tracking just doesn't work. So have to delete everything, then you have clear all the tracking points. You can delete this window. Okay, I can reset, clear all tracking points to reset everything from there and go back to the window. I think I will delete this one. Okay, so let's go at the beginning. We could start the tracking from here, and I will add a square, a circle. Okay, let's make this mosaic blur so it's more obvious when you see it. Okay, with triangles or hexagons. Okay, let's try hexagons. Okay, so we are at the beginning of the clip. I go to the tracker and track forward. So it didn't work, but because of this, I will move it forward a little bit and track from here. Let's try again, track forward. See, it's kind of grabbing it, getting it a little bit, but not as much as it should. So let's track from here. Okay. Okay, let's try one more time. One last time. Track it. Okay, on some clips it just really doesn't work. I don't know, can't explain it why. Okay. Okay, so let's add the Okay, so let's add the mosaic blur to my face. So we add a circle, maybe just on the eyes, like in the movies. Let's do it on the eyes. So something like this. I don't care about the shape. Okay. Okay, so now that I have the mask set on my face, I will adjust it to the first frame. Make sure it's rotated properly. and I go to the tracker and let the magic happen. Hopefully it would work. Oh, look, it's moving. So it's following the shape. It's really like I have some glasses, some kind of glasses. Was it? That was it. That was all. Okay.
And then
yeah, I added the tracker, but I didn't add any effect to it. So let's add the mosaic blur, or maybe not the blur, but color. Let's make it strange. Invert the color. Oh, that looks a bit strange. Okay, let's try this one. Make funny eyes. Hope DaVinci doesn't crash now. Hope Resolve is okay. It's really working hard for this one. I think that wasn't the best. Yeah, okay, so it's really working. Looks like DaVinci Resolve is gonna crash. Oh no, okay. We could do it like this, use this. But okay, let's keep it to the blur. Mosaic blur, keep the blur. And something like that.
everything was off, and then this was on startup, and then it would be okay. It would show.
As you see, the mask is moving.
This was on startup, and then it would be okay. It would show like. And then this was on startup, and then it would be okay. It would show.
Okay, so this is how you add the blur effect. And I will add them to the end of this video so you see exactly what happened and how it looks like.
Startup, and then it would be okay.
Yeah, that's it. I will add them now so you see how they look like in the video, in the final video. And you can use mask to really draw on anything, and then you add filters for blurring or for adjusting the colors. There is a lot of options. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, and let's switch to the new ones. And you see this, there is this bit strange colors in the background. This would be a great option to do a color grading separated between the foreground, me, and the background there. But let's see the clips now. Thanks for watching. Let's see them now.
11, and there was no network connection. Websites would not open. Everything was off, and then this was on startup, and then it would be okay. It would show like normal, and I would browse the internet, and then it was off again.